As my creature design study journey comes to an end, I want to thank all of my followers who have followed me thus far. It's really a great pleasure to have some fellow noobs to embark on this journey with me, as well as finding my study helpful. Also, I'm considering doing a creature ranking video and would love to see which creatures you liked most. I'll give it about a week or so, then make a video on the results if you're interested in seeing that. So leave me a comment on which monster you liked most. I have to say that the image in my head for the character Agora, the character on the lower right of the panel, didn't exactly match what I drew on the canvas. It was close, but not exactly what I imagined. So that's one skill I know I will need to work on. That among many other skills, of course. The struggles of a noob, I tell ya. Though what I really want to cover on this video for the most part is how I used forced perspective for creating an angle that the audience views as a scene, as well as creature design and creating a panel. As I reflected on a prior video about paneling, and I'll include a link to that video below, the order of the sequence and all, I wanted to twist it up with doing a full page spread. Now, originally I wasn't going to include the character expressions, but since there's no backstory to this one page that I was doing really, I thought it was necessary to add the expressions of Agora and her ability that has its own personality, his name being Chatterbox. Quick backstory on this character Agora. My inspiration from this character came from the manga Hunter x Hunter, otherwise pronounced Hunter x Hunter, and her ability is what you can compare to in the story as a manifestation of Nen. What Chatterbox actually does, I'm not quite sure, but I'll leave it to you all in the comments to make up its capabilities. I really love to see what you all come up with. Now, the expressions I tried to invoke here are a sense of desperation, anger, and urgency to take down this creature Primordial. With outlandish cartoon-like characters like Chatterbox, the expression was quite simple to make. Though, I feel that the box-like shape and the spinning number dial on the top could have been better if I set up the perspective more efficiently. The much bigger issue came with creating Agora's facial expression. It's funny that I assumed that creating Primordial in an angle would be the most challenging, being that it's creature design studies and not facial expression studies. Though overall, it's always the human part that is most difficult to replicate. Funny thing, her mouth is what frustrated me the most because I kept thinking that the shape of it was not right. I had to redo it multiple times. In fact, I did it so many times that I can no longer see what it is that I was doing wrong. So I decided to ask for help from a non-artist. See, my friend is exceptionally good at analyzing, and even though he is not an artist, he can almost immediately point out when something looks off. When I asked him about the mouth, he pointed out that the shape is actually okay, but it had more to do with the teeth. This is when a light bulb popped into my head and I realized that I needed to include the gum line. Which human does not have a gum line? And while this didn't fix it entirely, and my enemy being time, I had to settle it for what it was. But it came out much better than I expected. And I hope that you liked the full manga panel, and let me know in the comments what you think of the panel. Did you like the energy that it gave, the vibe, etc.? And well, I believe that is all I have for today. Please hit that exploding thumb icon, share this video as it helps with the Agora rhythm. Get it? Okay, I'll stop teasing. And lastly, subscribe if you want to follow me into my next study phase, that is style creation. And this is where I'll be drawing characters from other famous manga to see how I can mimic their style. Then I'll try to redraw them and make my own style from what I've learned out of it. So tune in on Monday to see the start of my style creation studies. And well, until then, noobs and newbies, I'll see you all on the next one.